MR Crime. Step into the dark. Truth revealed with every spark.
You know they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood. Down our main street.
Is she good?
No,
No,
she's not.
she's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
What is my problem?
You were
You
the
were
last
the
one
last
with
one
her.
seen with her. So right now, it's facing you right now, son.
This is Aiden Fucci, a 14-year-old boy from Florida, being questioned by his parents at a police station in 2021. Aiden is being held and questioned under suspicion of murdering his 13-year-old classmate Tristan Bailey, something he insists he had no part in. But to understand how police came to suspect Aiden was capable of murder, we have to go back to the beginning. In the quiet town of St. John's, Florida, Tristan Bailey was a 13-year-old girl attending Patriot Oaks Academy, navigating the usual challenges of school life. She was a dedicated and talented cheerleader, full of enthusiasm, ambition, and determination rarely seen in kids her age. Her classmate Aiden, however, was a different story. According to those who knew him, Aiden Fucci was an oddball. While teachers noted he was outwardly respectful and never caused overt trouble, his disdain for authority, arrogance, and know-it-all attitude unsettled both teachers and classmates. Throughout his school life, Aiden racked up regular suspensions, usually after fights with classmates.
Well, at first, I didn't know if it was him or his friend that was in ISS, and that's why they were in ISS, because one was saying the other one said it.
But the allegation was that Aiden threatened to throw another student out a window.
That's correct.
A female student.
That's correct.
Okay.
Outside of school, though, Aiden showed far more troubling signs. He had an unnatural obsession with murder, frequently discussing the topic with friends. Those close to him said Aiden often talked about a deep desire to know what it would feel like to kill another human being.
He had said he said his knife, he wanted to slit somebody's throat, and he said it'd be satisfying. He's talked about killing people. He's talked about fighting people. I've seen him practice stabbing motions with his knife.
Aiden would often describe how he'd murder his hypothetical victims, taking them into a wooded area at night, stabbing them, then leaving and denying any involvement. In sworn testimony, Aiden's girlfriend confirmed his obsession with killing and said he sometimes claimed to hear voices urging him to murder someone. Outside school, he always carried a knife, one of two he'd named Picker and Poker. On several occasions, she said, Aiden would pretend to stab her or sneak up behind her and hold a knife to her throat. Despite these glaring red flags, she believed it was nothing more than dark teenage curiosity. She never imagined he'd actually go through with it.
When he talked about killing somebody, he even told Zoffie Bowman how he would do it. And what he told her was, I would walk around at night and I would find somebody else walking at night. I would drag them in the woods and I would stab them, and then I would pretend like I didn't do it so that I could keep killing people.
On May 8, 2021, the day before Mother's Day, Aiden spent the afternoon skateboarding around the neighborhood with his girlfriend and their friend Trey, as they often did. Across town, Tristan had dinner with her family and returned home around midnight. Her older sister saw her on a video call with a boy in a baseball cap who convinced her to come hang out at Trey's house. After about an hour, Aiden and Tristan left Trey's house between 1:24 and 1:45 a.m. Neighborhood surveillance cameras caught them walking toward a cul-de-sac at the end of the street, the last time Tristan was seen alive. Aiden led her into a wooded area and stabbed her 114 times, killing her before she had any chance to fight back. It played out exactly as he'd once described, luring someone into the woods, stabbing them. In his mind, he'd committed the perfect crime. He hadn't. At 3:27 a.m., Aiden ran home barefoot, shoes in hand, and got to work hiding evidence in his room, convinced he'd gotten away with it. The next morning, Mother's Day, Tristan's family discovered she was missing. After exhausting other options, they contacted authorities who issued a missing persons report and began interviewing people who knew her, including the last person seen with her, Aiden. His account to police didn't inspire confidence. His timeline didn't add up, claiming a 30-minute walk somehow took 2 hours. He also claimed Tristan had been seeing a drug dealer in his 20s, a claim no one else corroborated. Then investigators received an email with an attachment, a Snapchat screenshot Aiden had taken in the back of a patrol car, flashing a peace sign with a caption reading, "Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristan lately?" Classmates immediately called him out, pointing out he was the only one who knew what had happened. His unsettling behavior didn't stop there. He went on to imply his victim was alive and the whole thing was staged.
That's going to be Sophie coming on the skateboard towards the house.
Before police could seize Aiden's phone, a passerby discovered Tristan's body in the woods, stab wounds clearly visible. Within the hour, police obtained a warrant, brought Aiden in, and left him in a room with his parents. By this point, the scale of trouble he's in is obvious, but his cold refusal to acknowledge it is chilling. When reminded that his friend is dead, Aiden shows no sign of caring. At one point, his parents press him to grasp the seriousness of the situation, but he seems unable or unwilling to register it. When asked if he's scared, Aiden says no, despite visibly fidgeting. His parents keep pushing for his version of events, but he stays detached, mumbling vague answers and avoiding eye contact. He admits to kissing Tristan and going further, confirming his DNA would be found on her, yet shows no recognition of how damning that is.
You can see that he's carrying something in his hands.
Later, when asked if he's still hiding anything, Aiden insists he isn't, then tries to paint Tristan as the aggressor, claiming she got physical and that he only pushed her in response. Knowing the truth, the claim reads as calculated and cold, his lack of emotion or fear unsettling to watch.
We're having fun in a fucking cop car.
Yep. Tristan.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
Tristan, if you fucking walk out the damn...
When you see this in a month.
When his parents finally get him to talk, Aiden offers a slight variation of his police statement, claiming Tristan didn't intend to go home that night and was instead looking for a ride from her dealer. His body language remains unconvincing, delivered in the same flat, disinterested mumble.
You know, they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood, down our main street.
Is she good?
No, she's not.
She's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
What is my problem?
You were
You
the
were
last
the
one
last
with
one
her.
seen with her. So right now, it's facing you right now, son.
When Aiden's parents told him to stay silent until his attorney arrived, police raided the family home. In his room, they found a trove of damning evidence, an empty knife sheath in his drawer, allegedly belonging to Poker, wet Nike shoes with blood on them matching his outfit in the surveillance footage, a bloody t-shirt, and wet blue jeans stuffed under his dresser, also matching what he wore that day. The bathroom sink drain showed traces of blood and dirt. Among his belongings, investigators found a notebook filled with violent satanic drawings. Aiden was quickly arrested on second-degree murder charges, later upgraded to first-degree once the extent of Tristan's wounds became clear. Then, unexpectedly, his mother Crystal was arrested too.
Not really.
Home surveillance footage had captured Crystal washing Aiden's bloodied jeans in the sink. She was charged with tampering with evidence and advising her son to lie about what he wore that night, charges she has pleaded not guilty to. In September 2021, Aiden appeared at a pre-trial hearing at Duval County Jail, where onlookers described his behavior as erratic and unsettling.
Well, that True's house and there with them. Did you kiss or do anything with this girl?
Be honest as you can to them.
Two.
Yes.
Yeah, I kissed her. And your brother? Mm-hmm.
From the moment he enters the room, Aidan appears dazed and disoriented, and things grow stranger still when he starts mumbling about demons trying to take his soul.
Unless you know anything I don't know. Did you have sex?
Did she really grab you and you just really pushed her, or was that?
No, she did.
Okay.
You don't know what happened to her after you pushed her?
Did she say ow or get mad?
She said Aiden. She was like, Aiden. I think I pushed her, but I told her to have fun. Do you know what direction you want her? Probably the other way.
Given the satanic drawings found in his notebook, it's not impossible Aidan genuinely believed he was under some kind of attack, but it's far more likely this was a last-ditch attempt to build an insanity defense, a tactic long used by killers hoping to avoid prison. It didn't work. When the judge ruled his claimed demonic possession inadmissible, Aidan's symptoms conveniently vanished. The flat, emotionless demeanor his classmates had once described returned, and he barely reacted to the gruesome details presented at trial, mostly following his attorney's lead and staying silent unless required to speak. His composure wasn't flawless, though. At one point, he was caught laughing at a note his attorney passed him, undercutting any apology he'd offered Tristan's family. That brief amusement faded when his grandmother took the stand. Her tearful testimony, saying the boy in front of her wasn't the grandson she'd helped raise, seemed to genuinely affect him.
You don't know about it? No. You think she got picked up by him?
Probably. She said she wouldn't come home. She said she's gonna find somebody to stay
Like
at
she
her
left her
office.
there walking? Like you think she got picked up after that? She just kept walking?
Probably. She, I don't know.
Do you know if she turned in the direction or she was just still walking behind you?
She pushed her down and you walked up. We shouldn't talk.
I just asked what he's gonna cost. I just asked what he told them.
Smith is seen cleaning her son's bloody jeans. When officers went into the home, they found a pair of wet jeans in Fucci's bedroom. And as we reported earlier this summer, the jeans and a drain in a bathroom tested positive for blood.
Why am I here? I just want to talk to my mom and dad. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, I get it.
I don't hate you demons. I don't let you demons take my soul. You demons want to take my soul away. I don't let you demons steal my soul. I don't know what's going on.
This was the only moment in the entire trial where Aidan showed any real unscripted emotion, and true to form, it only surfaced because the moment affected him personally. Tristan's family's grief never drew a reaction from him, but watch how differently he responds when his grandmother says she fears she'll never see him again.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. I just need my mama back. Wow, this is so hard.
For a brief moment, it seemed Aidan grasped the full weight of what he'd done, but it didn't last. The judge ultimately ruled that his crime, committed without motive and purely to inflict harm, warranted a life sentence. Aidan showed no visible reaction to the ruling.
And I know we're a very large Christian family, and we pray all the time, and I just hope you consider it a little bit. Please don't take him out of our lives forever. I know that I'd die and not be able to spend time with him sometime before I go.
Mr. Fucci, having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I adjudicate you guilty of the premeditated first-degree murder of Tristan Bailey. I sentence you to life in prison. Because of your age, you are eligible for review of the sentence in 25 years.
Despite public apologies to Tristan's family during and after the trial, Aidan never seemed to register what the sentence actually meant. In his mind, it likely means nothing. He'd always said he wanted to know what it felt like to kill, and he got exactly that.